If you're one of the estimated 15 million Americans suffering from depression, anxiety, or simply flatness of mood, you may be surprised to learn that the path to wellness and vitality is through food. Today, we're talking about foods to help increase your happiness. The Western diet of heavily processed, denatured foods has been directly linked to rising rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Did you know that it's also linked to poor memory function, hyperactive immune response, and inflammation, all of which are symptoms that are linked to depression? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica. I'm a holistic nutritionist and I make weekly videos just like this. I would love it if you would take 2 seconds and hit the big red subscribe button in the description box down below so that you never miss a video. Let's start off by discussing the gut-brain axis, your second brain. Our digestive system knows when we're under stress, whether it's feeling too nervous to eat or experiencing butterflies in the stomach. When we feel excited, it's clear that our thoughts impact our digestive function. But why is the gut being called our second brain? The enteric nervous system, or ENS, is the cellular lining covering the entire GI tract. The ENS sends signals to our brain via 100 million nerve cells. So what signals is your gut sending to your brain? Well, the standard American diet, appropriately called SAD, is creating an epidemic of poor digestion. It's causing gas, bloating, pain, or exhaustion after meals. And this is all being chalked up to common things that happen after meals. But it shouldn't be that at all. Diagnoses of bowel diseases like colitis, IBS, and Crohn's are rising worldwide, especially among people under the age of 15, which is exceptionally scary and extremely sad. Take control of the signals that your gut is sending to your brain by following the basic rules we're gonna cover today. We're gonna chat through 5 rules of eating your blues away. And the first one is to avoid trigger foods. Unfortunately, most packaged items on the standard shelves in our grocery stores will fit into this category. Boxed meals, bottled sauces, and processed vegetable oils that contain additives wreak havoc on our gut lining, have been linked to systemic inflammation and thyroid dysfunction. If you haven't had a chance to check out last week's video, I will go ahead and link that for you up here to watch after today's. I go all into hormonal imbalances, and thyroid dysfunction is a big one. Farther food gets from its natural state, the more likely it is to trigger an inflammation response within our gut. Symptoms of inflammation such as fatigue, brain fog, flat mood, PMS, and constipation are all reported by patients that have mood disturbances, depression, and anxiety. These signs of systemic inflammation are psychiatric predators. So here's the problem with them. They actually mimic symptoms associated with mental illness, which explains why depression has been called an inflammation disorder. To heal inflammation in the body, eliminate or cut back on the foods that are known to be inflammatory triggers. And those are things like refined sugar, dairy, gluten, grains, including corn, soy, GMOs, coffee, and alcohol. This highly effective dietary protocols requires 30 days to help reset our body. After this cleansing phase, pay attention to how you feel as you reintroduce these foods back into your diet. After you've cleared away a lot of the junk, some of them you may be able to tolerate. It's important to give our body 30 days to break and reduce that inflammation. The second thing that we can do is go organic. Purging your pantry of trigger foods can leave you wondering, what is there to eat? Fortunately, the answer is simple, real, and organic foods. Finding healthy options is much easier than it ever has been before. And this is due to the growing demand for it. And it isn't as costly as you might think. Non-organic foods contain higher than ever levels of pesticides and herbicides like glyphosate, which are known to cause an endocrine disruption, and it damages our DNA and can even cause birth defects. The third thing we want to do is guard against deficiencies. It may surprise you to hear that many individuals who are clinically obese are actually malnourished. Micronutrient deficiencies are increasingly common, and an overuse of pesticides and herbicides and our depleted soil to grow our food is certainly one of those culprits. Going organic helps, but denatured soil isn't the only culprit behind nutrient deficiencies. A person can actually take in an adequate amount of nutrients, yet factors like stress, smoking, pharmaceutical drugs, and environmental toxins interfere with the body's ability to absorb that. Western diets are frequently found to be lacking the following nutrients, all of which are essential for mood and energy regulation. We want to focus on things like B12, magnesium, and then my absolute favorite, which I think I mentioned in almost every single video, zinc. Next, essential fatty acids. These vital nutrients cannot be manufactured by the human body, so be sure to include lots of the following foods as part of a healthy diet. Things like dark leafy greens, oily fish, such as wild-caught salmon and sardines, pasture-raised eggs, and sprouted nuts and seeds. The fourth thing we want to do is restore your microbiome. If you haven't heard about microbiome, then let's get into it. Our microbiome is an internal community of living microorganisms that support our healthy digestive system, which is crucial to support our immune system's response. It's all made up of 1 trillion cells that continually report to the brain on the state of the body. Again, that gut-brain axis refers to the vagus nerve pathway. This is where the signaling takes place. When the organisms in the microbiome send distress signals, a host of things can occur, to depression, psychiatric complaints, to brain disease, stroke, and even seizures. When the microbiome is compromised, the gut contents pass through the lining and make it into our bloodstream, where they drive inflammation and often present symptoms of mental illness. The fifth thing we want to do to eat away our blues is to eat consciously. Do you often eat at your desk while you're going through emails, or do you sometimes eat standing up? I'm definitely guilty of that one. Whether it's breakfast or lunch, I'm hurry up and eating so we can get out the door somewhere on time. However, when we eat unconsciously, we deny our bodies of the experience of nourishment. Is it any wonder that our bodies struggle to digest foods? I don't think so. Take time before each meal to really look at your food, look at the colors, smell your food, appreciate the nourishment that you're about to have. This sends the first signals to the brain that it's time to have our digestive system fire up. Let your mouth water. Saliva contains powerful enzymes that pre-digest food as you chew. So food is information. With every bite we take, we are programming our bodies for tomorrow. So what is the signals that you want to send to your brain? Let me know in the comments section down below. And if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button right over here. I would love to have you join our family, and then this way you won't miss a single video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you soon.